Das Backfischfest lockt viele Besucher aus nah und fern. Einer von ihnen ist von weit her gekommen. Raymond Weinshenker kommt aus Mobile, Alabama im Süden der USA. Raymond, your family name sounds pretty German. Do you have ancestors from Germany?
I think that we do. I'm pretty sure we do. My grandfather was born in Romania, and I believe our family is from Germany. We are German Jews.
Have you been to Worms before?
You know, one of the greatest events of my life was Rhineland Falls in June, and that was the first time that I'd ever been here, and it was amazing. I learned so much, I loved so much, and I really, really knew that I was coming back. I did not know I was coming back in months, but I just had to come back. I left a piece of me here, and I'm thrilled to come back and have gotten it. I'll leave another piece when I leave.
What was the reason for you to come over to Worms?
My Aunt Georgia B Schultz, she spoke so highly of this event for this year, and we talked about it. She was 91 years old, and she could not travel anymore. And at that point, when she continued to speak of this fabulous second twinning, I learned more and more about it. I decided that, I asked her point blank. I said, Aunt Georgia, do you want me to come to the Rhineland Falls Festival? And she looked at me and said, would you, son? The woman has never asked me to do anything, and it was the least that I could do.
So that's great. And how do you like the Backfischfest this time?
Oh my gosh. Ahoy! I loved it. It was so much fun. I think the best part of it was getting to know and see the people that I met in June and becoming more involved with them and building our relationships even more.
And what was your highlight at the Backfischfest?
I think my highlight at the Backfischfest was the wine tasting. Well, you know, it ran a close race with going up on a ride that I would never, ever go up on, except I was in Europe and in Germany and in Worms. And I said, you know, what the heck?
Good. And the Backfischfest starts with the opening ceremony at the marketplace, yeah?
Yeah.
You have joined this special event. Let's have a look.
Aber die weiteste Anreise aus den Vereinigten Staaten von Amerika, aus unserer Partnerstadt Mobile, Alabama, hat mein Freund Raymond Weinshenker. Der Name passt doch zum Backfischfest wie kein anderer. Ich sage ihn nochmal, Raymond Weinshenker. It's great to have you with us, Raymond.
So, Ray, how did you feel at this moment?
When Michael Kissel recognized me, my country, my state, and my city, I became a little emotional and extremely proud to be Partnerstadt with Worms.
As you mentioned, this is your second visit to Worms. First time you came for the Rhineland-Palatinate Festival in June. What are the differences between Rhineland-Palatinate Festival and the Backfischfest, in your opinion?
In my opinion, I believe that it was more festival and people oriented. I think that the community came together, and I really saw the village, the city, Worms, as a one unit working together to create something bigger, but much tighter than the Rhineland Falls Festival.
And Are there any festivals like this in Mobile, Alabama?
No. I would love to say yes, there are festivals like this all over the place. We do have, festivals, but nothing compares to what I have experienced in Worms.
And you have the Mardi Gras in Mobile, Alabama. That's something special. Can you tell about Mardi Gras?
Mardi Gras started several years ago in the 1800s. It was first presented to Mobile, Alabama, before it went to any other place that you may have heard of Mardi Gras being at. We are so proud to be the first in Mardi Gras, and it is very fun, but it's very different. And vive la différence. I love the differences, but this, to me, is an amazing festival. If you come to Mobile, Alabama, you will experience it, and I will show you everything you need to know about Mardi Gras. But I have surely enjoyed this wonderful Backfischfest.
So let's talk about City Mobile and the relationship to Worms. That is over 40 years old, and 20 years ago, the then mayor Dow and our mayor Fischer, they signed the sister city relationship declaration.
Right.
How important is the sister city idea and the city of Worms for Mobile?
When you talk about a Partnerstadt or a sister city, the most beautiful part about it is you're not talking about economics as a primary reason. You're talking about cultural exchanges, and you're talking about relationship building between people. The sister city is so important because the learning, I always say you don't know what you don't know. You can always assume that you know, but until you experience the exchange from one city to another, there's a lot that is left on the table. And it's a shame that it is left on the table. We just can't assume that we know what we know.
So at the opening, our Oberbürgermeister Kissel mentioned the plan to have a square for the sister city in Mobile, Alabama. Can you tell us about this?
I met with our mayor, Mayor Sandy Stimson, and mayor, of course, is Oberbürgermeister. Sandy is the CEO of our city, and he runs it like a business. When I was able to have lunch with him and George Talbot, his communications director, we spoke. I showed them what Michael and the sister city of Worms did for me when I came in June, when I was in your city in June. And I showed it to him. And then I showed him the square, Mobile Square. I showed him the entrances into the city. I believe there's 5 marquees that show Mobile. The new logo, so current, so amazing, so loving. And then I showed him what we currently had for our sister cities and for Worms. And he sent me directions to a wonderful piece of land right on the Mobile River, right by the Arthur Outlaw Convention Center. And it is an absolutely beautiful plot that I'm looking forward to dedicating very soon as the new Sister City Memorial. I'm really excited to be able to offer this to our sister cities. For my mayor to immediately grant this to us showed me that he embraces the sister city, and he did not know what he did not know. And little by little, he is becoming more knowledgeable and more excited about our future as a Partnerstadt with Worms, Germany.
And how will the new square be called?
I'm working very diligently to make the name and to create the name, and it will be named after my wonderful 91-year-old aunt who passed away 5 weeks ago. After I showed her the wonderful visit through video and through pictures in her home with the rest of the German Society, it will be named the Georgia B. Schultz Sister City Memorial, and we are thrilled to be able to offer it up to Worms, Germany.
Your aunt Georgia started the Sister City relationship together with your grandma.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in 1974, they started the Sister City organization. I believe the first city was a city in Guatemala. I know that Spain came on, which is Malaga. And then soon after, Worms joined us in 1978. We then began to build relationships. We began to do cultural exchanges, and we began to embrace the German businesses that were coming into our city. Mm-hmm. Evonik would be one of them, and Airbus USA would be the other. Mm-hmm. And we are thrilled. We do have other German companies in our town, but those are the two biggest. And I look forward to cultivating relationships with those two companies to further build the exchange and the cultural relationships that we are creating, growing, and that are now existing.
So exactly 20 years ago, Mayor Fischer and Mayor Dow signed the documents.
Yes.
And your aunt Georgia signed it.
Yes.
Do you think that she will be proud of you?
Yes. I know that she will. Everything I've done is because of her. And I hope that people will embrace the legacy that she has created.
Mm-hmm. And what are the plans, the next plans for you for the future?
I am very excited to announce that we are going to be bringing a group of people to the next Backfischfest. I'm hoping that there's 12 to 20 folks. We will see different parts of Germany, but our home base will be in Worms, and it will be an opportunity for your city to meet more people in my city, because we are a city of 300,000 people approximately, and so there's more than just me.
So we are looking maybe to a bright future for the Sister City Mobile Worms.
Like I said before, you don't know what you don't know. And I do believe that the future of the two cities is brighter than any of us can even imagine.